What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back at our main shop and it is the third snowstorm of the year. At this rate, we're going to be plowing much more snow than we did last year. I think inches wise we're already well past what we got last year, so hopefully this continues. Oh, I just got jammed in between my door. Hopefully this continues, because I know all of you guys love these snow removal videos, and if it doesn't snow, I can't make them. So right now we're at, let's see, 7:20 a.m. on January 19th. So we got 3 snowstorms. I think the first one was the 6th or the 7th. So in less than 2 weeks we've had 3 snowstorms. Obviously it's not snowing yet, but they're calling for anywhere from 1 to 3 inches. I think it was like 20% chance of 3 to 6, and leaning more towards a dusting to like 2 inches. Actually, I'm starting to see flurries right now. Yesterday we had a guy go through the entire village and spray liquid on pretty much all the roads, the small cul-de-sacs he skipped, mains, all of our neighborhoods, pretty much everything got sprayed. We want to see how much of a difference it makes. We're basically doing a test. So hopefully once we salt it and the snow starts, it'll melt off the first inch or so, and we might not have to plow it all today, but we're gonna go out right now, salt our entire route down the middle. Hills will do both ways, and then we'll just hang out and see what happens with the snow. Fresh air in here. Rodrigo came in an hour before all of us to load all of the trucks, get them warmed up, and make sure everyone is ready to go when we got here. But my truck is super warm right now. Also, if you plow snow, I'm sure most of you guys do this, but if you plow snow, let me know. Are you a windows down type of guy, or do you keep your windows up with the heat cranked? I pretty much have my windows cracked the entire storm, letting some fresh air in here, obviously with the heat on too, defrosters on, making sure my windshield doesn't get all frozen. But when you're sitting in here all storm for hours on end, it definitely gets pretty hot in here, and having the windows down with the fresh air blowing is pretty nice. It's pretty nice doing neighborhoods like this, because when you're pre-salting you can just turn your salter on and pretty much leave it. Hills we're doing both ways on. The rest of them where they're flat, we're only doing center line. So for the most part, I'm not doubling over on flat roads. I'm pretty much only doubling over on hills, which allows me to leave this on. Sometimes I will have to run a flat to get to the next hill, but you turn your salter off for a couple seconds and then you turn it right back on. And all you're basically doing is driving. Alright, so we're pulling into my last little neighborhood here. Alright, we're pulling up to our last little section here. It is 8:26, so it took me about an hour to run through my route, salt everything. When I'm plowing, it takes about probably 2.5 to 3 hours. So an hour to get this down is not bad at all. But knowing that my father's truck went down and he was doing the mains plus one other route, I'm gonna call him real quick, see how far he made it, and see if he needs me to pick up somewhere where he left off.
Time to go shovel.
Oh, I left the lights on my truck. Let me go shut them off and then we'll shovel all of this stuff here and all of that, get it off the building, throw it in the middle, and then we'll do one final push up. All right guys, so not much has happened. It is, let's see, it is 2:10 in the afternoon. I have my truck warming up here. I am gonna run out and scrape back the edges on my roads. Some of them are a little slushy. I just drove through with my father after we had some lunch, and while we have some downtime, I'm just gonna go through and scrape right now. We're not gonna put any more salt down. The weather has it snowing until 6, 7, 8 o'clock, something like that. Hopefully it'll end earlier, but it is just lingering right now, and it's not adding up to anything really. Colder surfaces, you're seeing it, but we put liquid down and salted pretty much every road, and it's not adding up to anything at all. Our roads look like our parking lot here. Some snow on the edges, but the middle lane where you're driving is all pretty clear. So I'm just gonna go out and clean up some of my roads, and then after we're done with that, we're gonna hang out until the end of the storm, and then we'll do a final salting just so nothing freezes over overnight. We don't get any PD calls in the middle of the night and have to send somebody in. All right, guys, I just pulled back up to my shop. That is my brother in front of me. Rodrigo is emptying a truck in the salt bin. It is about 3:40 right now. We are gonna all load our truck. Some of us have salt, some of us don't. That's why we're in the line here, to get salt. But we're gonna load up with salt, go out and salt all of our routes. It is tapering off. It should be out of here around 6 or 7. So we're gonna go out now, get some salt down. You guys saw the roads in the last clips. They're pretty much clear. With the liquid plus us salting as soon as we got in, it's really difficult for snow like this to stick to the roads. It's just coming too slow and too light. So days like this are kind of boring. We're just really hanging out and killing time. But I'm gonna set this up on a time lapse as we load all these trucks and head out and do a final salt, and I will see you guys when I'm done.
Another one of these.
Look, guys, he has a freaking pillow in here.
Some of us live in luxury, man. I live in luxury.
Yeah,
in my truck.
You live in a world where you do nothing. Hey, look who else came to work today.
What's up, everybody? We're heading out. Let's go.
Waiting on this guy to get out of my way.
Let's go.
All right, guys, I just pulled out of my shop. I ran through my entire route, and where it was a little slushy and snow covered, I double downed in most spots, and that's basically just the cold areas and also where some people had cars parked on the street. But I put a ton of salt. That was my roof, it sounded like. I have something strapped to my roof right now that I'm trying to get home from my tailgate all the way to my roof. It's 10 feet long, so I have it all the way up there rather than sticking it out the bed of the truck. But I am pulling out of here. All that salt should melt off all of those roads. We do have guys ready in case we do get calls all weekend. But next week it is going up into, I think, high 40s and maybe even 50s. So all this snow should melt, and then we'll just have to see when the next storm is. But that's gonna wrap it up for this one. If you guys have any questions or comments, definitely leave them down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time. Peace.